new political chaos in Albany. New York's Democrat Lieutenant Governor Brian Benjamin has been arrested in what the feds say was a campaign donation scheme. Benjamin allegedly took campaign money from a real estate developer in exchange for political favors when Benjamin was a state senator. Benjamin pleaded not guilty to federal corruption charges earlier this morning. The arrest now creating a political mess for Governor Kathy Hochul, who picked Benjamin to be her second in command after the former governor, Andrew Cuomo, resigned after allegations he sexually harassed women and covered up nursing home deaths. Governor Hochul appeared at the news conference on the New York City subway attack earlier today and said then she planned to speak about the lieutenant governor's indictment later on today. Shelley?
Well, there's another major story breaking today, and that is a brutal inflation report confirming what pretty much anyone who's bought groceries lately already knows, and that is that prices are the highest for Americans now that we've seen in a generation. The Consumer Price Index surged to 8.5% last month compared to a year earlier. That is the biggest price hike we've seen in a generation. It comes mostly in the meat department at the grocery store, along with fish and eggs, also up more than 10%, but pretty much every other staple is also on the rise, everything from milk and coffee to salt and pepper. The White House, meanwhile, is placing the blame squarely with Vladimir Putin. The White House is where we find Peter Ducey this afternoon. Hi, Peter.
Jillian, good afternoon. And we checked the tape long before officials here wanted to blame Vladimir Putin for rising prices. They were blaming the pandemic and the supply chain, and they said that inflation was going to be temporary, like this time in December.
I think you'll see it change sooner than quicker, than more rapidly than it will take than most people think. Every other aspect of the economy is racing ahead. It's doing incredibly well.
On the way to the president's trip to Iowa within the last hour or so, the press secretary, Jen Psaki, briefed the traveling press that President Biden's still confident inflation will ease by the end of this year. But that's as Republican Senator Lindsey Graham is arguing. If the Biden administration truly wants to find the case of record high inflation, the cause of record high inflation, all they have to do is look in the mirror. These dramatic record-setting price increases in inflation weren't caused by Vladimir Putin, but by the bad choices of President Biden.